Is this a done deal? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham. Is Caleb Williams a lock to be a Chicago Bear with the number one pick? Obviously a busy few days for him in Los Angeles. The Bears, all hands on deck for the most part, getting to know him further. Brad Biggs with a great piece in the Chicago Tribune. I encourage you to check that out. A little snippet of that I want to react to here on today's show. Here's Biggs saying they, talking about the Bears, arrived in California feeling good about Williams, the player, and eager to learn more about the person. After spending parts of 3 days together, it's safe to say the Bears have made a large step toward making Williams the number one pick on April 25th. First, they met with Williams and a collection of USC teammates who also participated in Wednesday's morning pro day on Monday night at the Bird Street Club, a trendy private spot in West Hollywood. The Bears got to spend time with Williams and also see how he fit in with teammates. They've gotten strong reviews in that area for months as they sought input from teammates, coaches, and staff members, past and present. What's he like? How does he fit in? Is he authentic? The responses have been overwhelmingly positive. And without being around him and his teammates, obviously, but even just watching on NFL Network today, NFL Plus in real time, it's pretty obvious his teammates love him. Afterward, the broadcast kept going, and he's joking around with his teammates. He's doing a little wrestling match with his college center, I believe it was, and they're dabbing each other up. Like, the interactions are not awkward at all. It just goes to show more and more that, like, all these, like, kind of, I don't want to say made up, but just false, I guess, red flags that people were throwing out there in the last few months leading up, like, it just hasn't proven to be true. It's been pretty dispelled publicly, and also with this reporting and other reporting as well. And obviously, he's going to have to earn his teammates' trust as he enters an NFL building with the Chicago Bears, and he still has to prove he can do that, but I see no reason why he's not going to be able to do that. Here's Caleb Williams talking about meeting with the Bears this week for the last couple of days as they spent a lot of time together, as Biggs reported on Monday and Tuesday before the pro day on Wednesday. He said it was great, just building a relationship. They're trying to see if I'm the right fit to be the first pick as a quarterback and possibly the face of the franchise. They're trying to figure out if this is the guy they should invest all the time, energy, and effort and money into, which is obviously important. It was great. And I like that answer. He's basically saying, like, yeah, like, they're trying to see if I'm the right fit for them, and, you know, it's kind of up to me to prove that I am. So I like kind of that humility and not just assuming, at least publicly when he's talking, that, like, he's the only option, et cetera, although I think he is pretty confident that he's going to be there, and he might have even had a Freudian slip, which we'll discuss here in a second. Brad Biggs also reported that top 30 visit likely going to be in the first or second week of April. There's been another report that it could happen late this week, so we'll see. If it's in April, that kind of tells me that neither side's that concerned about it, that they kind of know where this is heading. And with how much time they spent with him in L.A., I don't think the meeting at Halas Hall at this point is going to be that intensive. It kind of just feels like, and Brad Biggs alluded to this in his article, that it's kind of just check the medical, come check out the facility, and then ultimately they're going to make a decision. So we'll see when that is and how that goes. Obviously, the Bears are going to be in Ann Arbor on Friday to check out J.J. McCarthy. I would assume they're going to go watch Jaden Daniels and Drake May next week at their pro days, but I think that's due diligence. I think those are plan Bs at this point. I think it's pretty clear that Caleb Williams will be the selection for the Chicago Bears. So let me ask you, do you think this is a done deal? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Is Caleb going to end up in the Windy City? Let us know what you guys think. And we are on the cusp of 90,000 subscribers. Woke up today and we are just a few away. I think we're going to get there very, very soon. Help us out. Bears coverage on the daily. News, rumors, draft coverage, more free agency if any more moves happen, trade buzz, all kinds of stuff, mock drafts. Don't miss out. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Once we hit to 90,000, the road to 100K is officially here. Can't thank you all enough for the support you guys have shown. All right, more on this. Caleb excited about Chicago. Well, he hopped on Colin Cowherd's show as well after his pro day to discuss his NFL future. I like this quote from him in particular. He said, "I've heard that the Bears love football. Their fans love football. That's one of the biggest things I care about is a place that cares. It's that if that's the place, I'll be excited." This is happening. Like, I think Caleb's being careful with how he answers because I don't think he wants to come off too cocky. Like, yeah, they're going to pick me. No shit. Like, I don't think he wants to come out and say that. But I think he knows. Now, have the Bears told him to his face, we're drafting you? I don't know that to be true. Who knows? But I know this. After the workout yesterday, two of the first people he went up to were Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, and he didn't just high-five them or shake their hand. He shook their hand and gave them a pretty big hug, both those guys. Like, it feels like that relationship building, which Caleb mentioned in that quote earlier, has been pretty strong, especially this week. And they've spent several hours of these last couple of days together. So I feel pretty good about the direction of where this is going. Another box or multiple boxes has definitely been checked as we get closer here. Obviously, with Justin Fields gone, they are going to select a quarterback here. And again, yes, they're going to look into May, McCarthy, Daniels. I'm sure they've done a lot of homework on those guys, but I feel pretty confident in saying those are plan B options. Again, unless some major red flag that has not popped up yet pops up in the next 36 days, whatever it is, Caleb Williams will be the selection, I believe, at number 1 overall. Now, do you want Caleb Williams? Simple question. Type Y for yes, or you can type N for no. Let me know if you guys want Caleb Williams on the Chicago Bears. Now, DeAndre Swift has signed with the Bears, another potential weapon for Caleb Williams if he is the quarterback. And jerseys haven't quite come in stock yet, but we have some jerseys available, which I always like the jersey look. It's a little, you get it for a little bit cheaper as well. Chatsports.com/Swift4. That's the jersey number he's rocking. Clean look. You got the logo, the number on the front, the name, the logo on the back, at the Nike check as well, so you know it's high quality material. Chatsports.com/Swift4. Get going today. We're going to talk about Dallas Turner in a minute, but one more little nugget on Caleb Williams here. Did he slip up? And I don't mean like in a bad way, but did he slip up in his interview with Steve Weish of the NFL Network after his workout yesterday? Might have. There might have been a Freudian slip here, so you guys kind of decide for me here. Here was the quote. He was asked about Keenan Allen, who he dapped up before the pro day as well, and you know, he talked about how they have built a little bit of relationships since he was with the Chargers, obviously. He said, known Keenan for a little while. He was with the Chargers at the time, and now he's with the Bears. He's here for a 4th-round pick, which is crazy. He's here. He had his best year last year. He's a beast and a good guy. Good to be around him and gain a lot of knowledge. Again, I want to refer back to that one line in particular. He's here for a 4th-round pick. Is that a slip up? Is that a tell that the Bears have kind of hinted that they're drafting him? I don't know. I just feel like he's here. Maybe I'm looking too much into this. I know this has been a big talking point on Bears Twitter, social media, etc. Here's my overall takeaway on all this stuff. Just watching yesterday, reading the reporting, kind of watching the interactions from afar on TV yesterday. The vibe, the calmness, the fun, the looseness. A lot of these pro days are tense and uptight for whatever reason. I don't think the workouts themselves are that big of a deal, to be completely honest, although I thought he had a good workout. It just feels like it's pretty obvious that Caleb's going to be the top pick for the Bears, doesn't it? Like, you don't get, like, the whole, like, broadcast yesterday and people around him, like, you didn't get the feeling that, like, like, this pro day is about Washington trading up. No, it feels like it's about the Bears checking some final boxes about who they're going to draft, right? Isn't that the vibe you got? That's the vibe I got. Maybe I'm misreading it, but I don't think I am at the end of the day. Now, a little other draft nugget for the Bears before we sign off here. Dallas Turner has announced, he told Tom Pelissero yesterday at his pro day, since Bama had their pro day as well, that he has a top 30 draft visit with the Bears coming up soon. Didn't mention an exact date, but I would guess it's in the next week or two. And look, Dallas Turner could very well be the first defender drafted this year in this NFL draft, which we've discussed is very offensive heavy with the teams at the top, very likely going to go offenses, quarterbacks that could go, wide receivers that could go. You look at the top 10 picks, obviously Caleb expected to go number 1, Drake May, Jaden Daniels likely going to go 2 and 3 in whatever order. You got Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, Joe Alt. Like, Atlanta at 8 kind of feels like the first team that could go defense. So if they do, then the Bears would have access to the second best defensive player on the board. Bears could, of course, go offense still at 9, and I would not be upset if they did. But if you end up with any of these players at 9 or in a trade down, I'd be happy. Obviously, it's a long shot that MHJ or Neighbors falls to 9. Even Joe Alt or Odunze, very good chance those guys are gone as well. But Dallas Turner could be there. Jared versus Latu could be there. Byron Murphy out of Texas. If you want to get Fuaga or Fashanu, get another offensive tackle. Those are options as well. But when it comes to Dallas Turner, this guy's a freak of nature athletically. Sure, he might be a tick undersized for a 4-3 edge, but he plays bigger than his height and weight, which is just under 6'3" and 250 pounds. I think he's big enough to play in a 4-3. He's an excellent run stopper. He's improved every year as a pass rusher, sub 4.5 in the 40, very long arms. Like, the athletic traits are something that are definitely going to stand out if you're Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, which we know they value this stuff. RAS is a big deal. If you look at the history of the players they've drafted, it's guys who are very, very athletic. So, look, again, other than being a tick undersized, Turner checks the boxes of what this regime looks for. So if he's there at 9, wouldn't be surprised, wouldn't be shocked if they traded down. If Odunze or Neighbors is there, maybe they go that direction. The point is, after trading for Keenan Allen, they've got options now. They've got the flexibility to look in different directions, and Dallas Turner could be one of those directions. Would you take Dallas Turner at number 9? Type D for draft or P for pass. I'd be very comfortable drafting him there. You could certainly pass and go in a different direction or, again, trade down. So you make the call. Who would you take, or would you take Dallas Turner with that 9th selection? All right, guys, more to come here on the channel. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Until next time, bear down.